ආයුබෝවන් 591 වෙනි අද කෝටිපති දිනුම් වාරය වෙනුවෙන් මේ හමුවීම.
අනේවරක්කුම් ඉනිය වණක්කම්.
සුපිරි ජාමලට අද ඔබ වෙනුවෙන් අපි අරගෙන ආව රුපියල් 5,57,95,275ක් ඒ වගේම රුපියල් ලක්ෂ 10 දක්වා තවත් තෑගි රසක් අදත් ඔබට දිනා ගන්නට පුළුවන්.
அதிர்ஷ்டத்தினூடாக உங்களது வாழ்வை ஒளிமயமாக்கிடும் அபிவிருத்தி உத்தர சபையின் 591வது அத கோடிபதி சீட்டிலிப்பினூடாக இன்றைய தினம் நாம் உங்களை சந்திக்கின்றோம். இன்றைய நாள் நீங்கள் வெல்லக்கூடிய சுப பண பரிசு 5,57,95,275 ரூபாய்.
අධීක්ෂණ මණ්ඩලයේ සහය අද දිනුම් වාරය වෙනුවෙන් අපිට ලැබෙනවා දිව්‍ය දර්ශන. අපි ආරම්භ කරමු 591 වෙනි අද කෝටිපති දිනුම් වාරය. අද ඔබට දිනා ගන්නට පුළුවන් සුපිරි ජයමාල ලෙස රුපියල් 5,57,95,275ක්. ඒ වෙනුවෙන් අපි ජය අංක ගලපා ගන්නවා.
முதலாவது வெற்றி இலக்கத்தை பார்த்து விடலாம்.
මුලින්ම වාසනාව රැගෙන යනවා අංක 1.
முதலாவது வெற்றி இலக்கம் 1. first winning number is number 1.
අපි බලමු දෙවෙනි ජය අංකය. දෙවනුවට වාසනාව රැගෙන යනවා අංක 51.
இரண்டாவது வெற்றி இலக்கம் 51. second winning number is 51.
තුන්වෙනි ජය අංකය අංක 52.
மூன்றாவது வெற்றி இலக்கம் 52. third winning number is 52.
සිව්වෙනුවට වාසනාව රැගෙන ඉන්නේ අංක 48.
நான்காவது வெற்றி இலக்கம் 48. fourth winning number is 48.
හොඳයි අපි ජය අංක 4ම ගලපා ගත්තා. දැන් බලමු ඔබේ වාසනාව වෙනුවෙන් ඉංග්‍රීසි අක්ෂරය. අද ඔබට වාසනාව රැගෙන එනවා K අක්ෂරය.
தெரிவு செய்யப்பட்டுள்ள ஆங்கில எழுத்து K. selected English letter is K.
සියල්ල සූදානම්. දැන් අපි බලමු අද ඔබේ වාසනාවේ නිල ප්‍රතිඵල. සුනේත්‍රා සුදර්ශනී මහත්මිය ලබා දෙන පරිගණක නිල වාර්තාව අධීක්ෂණය කරනවා ජාතික විගණන කාර්යාලයේ විගණන අධිකාරී ජේ සුනිල් ශාන්ත මහතා විසින්. ජාතික දන්ත ශික්ෂණ රෝහලේ පරිපාලන නිලධාරී එන් දිල්ලිමුනි මහතා විසින් සහ අවසන් වශයෙන් කම්කරු දෙපාර්තමේන්තුවේ කම්කරු කොමසාරිස් කුමාරි ජයරත්න මහත්මිය විසින්. ස්තුතියි. ඔබේ වාසනාවේ නිල ප්‍රතිඵල සටහන මාසතුයි අපි කියන්න සූදානම් වෙනවා අද දිනුම් වාරයේ අපි බිහි කළ වාසනාවන්තයින් ගැන. බොහොම සතුටින් දැනුම් දෙනවා අද රාත්‍රියේදී අපි රුපියල් ලක්ෂය බැගින් තෑගි දිනා ගන්නා වාසනාවන්තයින් 8 දෙනෙක් බිහි කරනවා. ජයග්‍රාහී ලොතරැයිපත් අලෙවි කරනවා. ආර්.පී. විමලරත්න මහතා මිද්දෙනිය, එස්.ටී.පී. ප්‍රසාද් රංගනාරියදාස මහතා නාරාමල, ජී නිමල් සිරි මහතා කහවත්ත, WM ටිකිරි බණ්ඩාර මහතා රත්නපුර, KY.ජේ.ජී.පී. ප්‍රේමරත්න මහතා වේයන්ගොඩ, WA.ඩී. රංජිත් ගාමිණී මහතා ඇල්දෙනිය, ඒ අනුර මහතා කැලණිය සහ එස් ඥානචන්ද්‍ර මහතා කිලිනොච්චිය අලෙවි නියෝජිත. මේ වාසනාවන්තයින් ඇතුළු අද අපි බිහි කරන සියලුම වාසනාවන්තයින් තිරණ කරන සමස්ත තෑගි මුදලේ වටිනාකම රුපියල් 43,87,620ක්.
இன்றைய தினம் 8 வெற்றியாளர்கள் 1 லட்சம் ரூபாய் பணப்பரிசினை வென்றுள்ளார்கள். இந்த டிக்கெட்டுகள் விற்பனை செய்யப்பட்டுள்ள பிரதேசங்களை பார்க்கலாம். மித்தெனிய, நாரம்பல, ககவத்த, ரத்னபுரி, வயாங்கொட, எல்தெனிய, கெலனி மற்றும் கிளிநொச்சி. இன்றைய சேட்டிலிப்பினூடாக மாத்திரம் நாம் மொத்தமாக பகிர்ந்தளித்துள்ள பணப்பரிசானது 43,87,620 ரூபாய்.
හෙට රාත්‍රියේ ඔබ දිනා ගන්නා සුපිරි ජයමාලයේ වටිනාකම තවත් ඉහළට ගොස් තියෙනවා. ඒ රුපියල් 5,60,75,750ක් ලෙස.
நாளை அத கோடிபதி சீட்டிலிப்பினூடாக நீங்கள் வெல்லக்கூடிய சுப பண பரிசு 5,60,75,950 ரூபாய்.
අපි සූදානම් සමුගෙන යන්න. ප්‍රාර්ථනය ඔබට ජය. ආයුබෝවන්.
வணக்கம்.
New Zealand sealed their place in the quarter-finals by easily beating Canada here in Mumbai last Sunday. Today they're presented with a very big challenge. Sri Lanka have also qualified for the last 8 and today's game gives them the first taste of the World Cup without home advantage. It's New Zealand-Sri Lanka live.
Skipper has done a tremendous job to get back there. Rosie McBride is on the hat trick. Ridiculous running with 2 balls to go. What a catch!
We're in one of the world's great cities, a very hot Mumbai, and we're live at Wankhede Stadium, situated a matter of metres from the Arabian Sea.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a very hot Mumbai, we have to say, and a pretty humid Mumbai as well, for this fascinating encounter. New Zealand and Sri Lanka jostling for position in Group A.
It's always a pleasure to be in Mumbai. The place buzzes with a feeling of cricket. And of course, it's time now for the toss. We have with us the match referee, Mr. Andy Pycroft. Ross Taylor's the captain of the New Zealand team, and Kumar Sangakkara, of course, the Sri Lankan captain. Ross Taylor has the special minted coin. Up she goes. Tail is the call.
Which it is, tail.
It's a tail. Kumar Sangakkara has won the toss. What are you doing?
We're going to have a bat first.
Batting first, you've had a good look at the pitch, a little bit of surface grass.
Yeah, it looks quite good. It's still a bit soft, so probably a bit of spongy bounces out of it, but probably do a bit more on the lights.
How important is a victory in this match to you?
Well, it's any victory is important. You know, it affects not just our World Cup standings, but our rankings all around and our confidence as well.
What about the team for today?
We've got a pretty settled side. We're playing Ajantha Mendes as our second spinner, and we have Kulasekar and Lasith Malinga and Angelo Matthews as our fast bowlers.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Right, well, Ross Taylor didn't win the toss. Would you have batted first?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good wicket all day, but it might turn a little bit this evening. So, yeah, we're looking forward to have a bowl, though.
Bit of a challenge for your side without Daniel Vettori and Kyle Mills?
Yeah, it's an opportunity for someone to stand up, and obviously they're key parts to our team, but I'm sure we'll have them back for the quarterfinal.
Who's in the side?
We're going with the same side, bar Hamish Bennett comes in for Kyle Mills, so no, it gives Hamish another opportunity.
Right, well, there we are. The toss won by Kumar Sangakkara. Sri Lanka have chosen to bat first.
Yeah, both the captains reckoning that they would have batted first, and there is that Sri Lankan side. Tilakaratne plays his 200th one-day international today, so it's something of an occasion for him, and of course he and Upul Taranga are on the back of that splendid partnership. The last time that we saw the Sri Lankans in action, they just played marvellously, putting on a record score for the first wicket. And then we had a little collapse like we've seen from one or two sides in the tournament. If you get a monumental start, we saw India do it most famously the other day against South Africa. Big start, and then everybody goes haywire and gets out, and that start is not really cemented and made good, if you like. Ajantha Mendes, incidentally, is back in that Sri Lanka side, and I think it is right to say that it will turn a little bit this evening. Ross Taylor pointed that out. A couple of injuries, a couple of problems for New Zealand, Daniel Vettori and Kyle Mills. It'd be interesting to watch Hamish Bennett, who bowls pretty darn quick. Jacob Oram's got a big role as a seamer these days, perhaps even more so than he has with the bat, in fact, in the modern New Zealand side. There's plenty of talent there, plenty of guts, and they're always a combative team.
Hello, Mark, and hello all. I think you're right. It is critical for New Zealand to have him. He's an inspiring sort of character, and he's been around, as you say, Mark, he's been around since the beginning of 1997 in the English tour of New Zealand. So he's part of the furniture, if you like, and he's a big hole when he's not there. And then you throw into the mix Mills as well. So certainly the Sri Lankan openers will enjoy not having Mills there, because up front he's got a great little happy knack of getting people out with the new ball. So no Mills, and then no inspirational Dan Vettori with those middle overs with his left arm orthodox. So, you know, you get Bennett come in. I heard you chatting just before the anthems. He can bowl quick. When he gets it right, Bennett can be 145 to 150 in between there. I've seen him get it together, and he has got some good wheels. So a lot of responsibility to the young guy. Got lots of wickets. He got that 4 for 16 against Kenya. And Chennai bowled very straight. And then you've got someone like Southey, who's got more responsibility with Mills not here today, to get a little bit of shape and to make the most of the new ball against these two dashing Sri Lankan openers.
Tim Southey's only 22 years of age. He seems to have been around a fair bit longer than that. Upul Taranga, who is definitely finding his niche, I think. He's really beginning to understand his role in the side and playing better for it. He's a very natural batsman. You see that he has a lot of time to play. He eases the ball around the park. There's no great effort involved in what he does. And now that he has this regular slot at the top of the order with the devastating Tilakaratne, he looks as if he's Really happy with it all. Dilshan himself is some character, some cricketer. Been around the traps, made that fabulous 100 the other day. And always attracts interest. Very few people turn off if Tilakaratne Dilshan's at the crease. He's got imagination and adventure in his play. Like a lot of grounds in India, there is a huge area blocked out the side screen, so there shouldn't be a problem as long as advertising isn't on the screen from the bowler's end. Here we go. Tim Southey will start it off to Upal Taranga, and it's down the leg side, and it's a pretty darn good stop from a very lively Brendan McCullum.
Just a little bit of shape. Nice seam position. Now more so off the pitch. Bennett, I want you to come on and hit the seam a little later, first change.
Dilshan does find the gap this time without quite timing the ball. And it's a quick enough outfield as Martin Guptill sprawls after it. I don't think I've ever seen an outfield quicker than the one in Madras. Or Chennai must quickly change it to. Oh, that's out. I fear that Upal has to go. It is the worst way by a country mile. Tremendous stroke results in the wicket of your playing partner.
Very unfortunate for Taranga. And lots of fortune for Tim Southey and the Black Caps. Yeah, just closed the face, got enough on it.
Didn't he do well? Didn't Southey do well? I mean, to really reverse his body. And as you rightly say, Danny, he got enough on it. So unlucky for Upal Taranga. 3 he made, it's 13 for 1. Kumar Sangakkara, as good as anybody. I think probably top of the world, the ICC World Rankings at the moment. Exceptional cricketer and a fine leader. What a start by Oram too. You bowl well at any new batsman, however good he is. You bowl balls like that, you shred the nerves. This is the bad luck that's just hit Upal Taranga. Fingertips from Tim Southey.
Yeah, and he's about 6'2" or 3", Tim Southey, so he's got the long limbs. Just got a finger. Oh, look at it. It's only just at the outside of the stump at the bowler's end.
Quite a slow return now to his mark. Set himself as a big, strong man. And he's changed his angle a bit, and it's worked for him, has it? Jacob Oram. Yeah, they know how big that wicket is. Dilshan. Have a look at Southey. He comes fractionally wider on the crease to bowl his outswinger. And I'm sure that's drawn the stroke, the bad stroke out of Dilshan.
It's that length. He's got his length. He's hit his straps with his length, which is key for Southey. A little bit of shape with the seam, and he was looking to go over the onside when he shouldn't have been. Ran out of patience. The Tilakaratne Dilshan gone for 3. It's 19 for 2 now.
And it's Mahela Jayawardene who replaces Tilakaratne Dilshan, but he'll be at the non-strikers end. These are the big two. Oh, lovely placement. Find out just how quick this outfield is here. Not quick enough.
Quicker than James Franklin, that's for sure. It's a big man, 6'5", and to get after it, so this takes a bit to get going. Can't blame him. It's a small boundary. Here it is. A little bit wider on the crease, as Mark Nicholas said, so good thinking from Southey. Came a little bit wider, and the angle going back in. And a comfortable catch in the end to Oram. And it was the length again that undid Dilshan.
Doesn't like bowling with the new ball. Oh, it's gone through him. Speaking of that man, straight through the hands of Hamish Bennett and away for 4.
as a fielding unit, you want to just do everything to song, everything out of the top drawer. And so just frustrate the bowler, awe him a little bit.
Straight away, it's full, turned away. Jai Wardner, that is meat and drink for him.
You can't bowl there. Batsman looking to get bat on ball, but when you offer such opportunities, Sri Lanka's point of view, thoughts go back to 2004 when they experienced the same.
Outside edge, away to third man, it'll be 4. He beats the dive, boundary for Kumar Sangakkara.
Well, that second slip was just taken out. Not that it was intentional, but it's worked to Sangakkara's favour. Now, vital times, New Zealand have to hold their nerve.
Before he releases. Good shot. Very well played. That'll beat mid-off, who's pretty far back there, but nice timing. Kumar Sangakkara getting things moving.
Top shot from Kumar Sangakkara. Just leaning into that. Full press of the bat. We saw him bat really well against Australia. A lot of those shots, trademark. Plays pace very well indeed.
Well, Jacob Oram opened the bowling, and he's now being introduced again after Ryder had a very short spell. Just bowled the 1 over. Perhaps we're going to see Ryder bowled in 1 over spells. He only conceded 2 runs. Oram now on his way in. Just a little bit of bounce for the fast bowlers out there. Back for the second. Right, well, we've got a change in the commentary box here. Nasser Hussain, fresh from a wonderful victory by England, is alongside me in the commentary box. Welcome. It's not quite been happening for him just lately. That's a wide as well, is it? No, it's a no ball. A no ball. All right, so will we see one of those sixes I was talking about?
100% certain on that.
Well, that makes sense, that he should have to stay up. That's in the air and over the top. It won't go all the way. But that's the sort of consequence that results from a no ball.
It wasn't a great delivery. The previous delivery from Jesse Ryder would have been a wide. Bowler who runs in just 5 yards shouldn't be bowling the balls. Tried to get the Yorker in, but Sangakkara just scooping it. Went back in his crease to give him the leverage.
That's a glorious stroke. This is probably his strength. I think anywhere from mid-off behind to sort of behind point on the offside, the strong areas for Kumar Sangakkara.
Often offers up a freebie first up, Franklin, almost like a loosener, almost like he's just lacking in confidence. He doesn't bowl it. Sounds a silly thing to say, but a bowler really needs to run in, determined, almost puts it there.
Nasser Hussain's vacated, Danny Morrison's moved in. Danny, of course, has seen Scott Styris develop from his earliest days. That's the 50 partnership between this pair, coming in 83 deliveries. They've just done it so often together, it's almost laughable. 33rd time that they've put on more than 50 or more, I should say, together. 9 times they've put on more than 100 together.
Yeah, Sri Lanka having won the toss and wanted to bat first. Wondering when that was happening, and it's going to fall safe. Hands on head from the bowler McCullum. Another day, could have gone straight up in the air. Mark Nicholas has left the box. Here is Simon Dool.
That's a long way outside leg to be playing that shot. Fair enough if it's middle and off stump, but when you've got to drag it so far, it's hard to get it down and out of the middle of the bat.
Touch!
Oh, what about that one? What about that? Nathan McCullum, outstanding. Caught and bowled. Jai Wardner stands there. I'm not sure why.
Well, he's still standing there. Big dive, and we're all excited for the bowler, particularly if you're from down under in New Zealand. He's not, but I tell you what, loving this replay coming up.
He didn't think it carried. Nathan McCullum gestured to him and said, yeah, look, I got it. But that's why we have the system in place. Has he got it or not? Have a look. Yeah, he has. Got that easily. In the fingers. So lucky to have got it. But look at that. He's only got 2 fingers underneath it.
What are they saying? Oh, a lot of tension now from the New Zealanders. Given, not out. Well, the longer this went on, that was my concern. And it'll be much talked about over the next wee while.
Swept away, and that'll be 4. Rub salt into the wound this time. 4 runs off the last ball, 93 for 2.
Yeah, he's still going on, and so Southey has to pull him away.
Oh, that's nicely played. Opened the face, I think, and just clipped it away for 4 inside James Franklin, and 100 up for Sri Lanka.
Yeah, good stats in anyone's language. Just that 1 run away for milestone of 9,000 in one-day international cricket, and 2 away from another half-century for Kumar Sangakkara.
Single that brings up 9,000 one-day international runs for Kumar Sangakkara. This wonderful player from Sri Lanka, 14th player to do so in world cricket, the 4th Sri Lankan. Aravinda de Silva, Sanath Jayasuriya, and his batting partner Mahela Jayawardena all got 9,000. So 4 of the 14 Sri Lankan. There is the record of Kumar Sangakkara, Sri Lankan captain of this World Cup. 9,000 runs, averaging just under 38. Good strike rate, 10 hundreds. $50 up for Kumar Sangakkara. Pause around Wankhede Stadium for this wonderful player. 62nd 50 to go with 10 hundreds.
No, very sedate in a way by his high standards.
And the rest of the bowlers, Bennett, Ryder, Franklin, Styris, McCullum, have got to find their 30 overs between those lot. So plenty of options there for the New Zealand side. It's well played, chipped over the infield. Not a single, the 100 partnership comes up.
10th 100-run partnership between the two. Probably one of the slower ones of the tour. Need to hang around a bit. They're the set batsmen. Equal contributions from the two.
He's not listening to you, Russell. He's just hoyed that one away over mid-wicket and said, thank you very much, I'll take 4 off the last ball. 30 gone, 124 for 2.
Finally a heavy over for Sri Lanka. 9 runs off it. Scoring off every ball. Outside the off stump. So that gave Sangakkara the opportunity. Just bowling it tight. That time. Moment he saw with. The valid point you made, Tony, about Sri Lanka getting used to the conditions here. The dimensions are so different. And how you set your field, the angles you need to use, confidence for the bowlers will all be different.
Jayawardena gets his half-century. Little nudge to backward point. Very controlled. Looks as if he wants to be there for the duration of this innings. 50 off 74. It's been hard work. Had his share of luck. But then again, this is just what Sri Lanka needed. A partnership with the skipper, set a foundation from where Sri Lanka can launch and put up a competitive score. Just 33 years of age. Oh, he's taken the bails off and asked the question, and the umpire has referred it upstairs. So there was obviously a little movement of the foot, but it looks to me if Jayawardene is pretty comfortable with the fact that he managed to get it back. Quite often you see when there's a little bit of a movement, the bails are taken off and the keeper feels inclined to go upstairs. I'll tell you what, he only just got back. Is the TV umpire really taking his time over this? He wants to be absolutely sure. I think that we'll probably find here that the decision is not out, but it was close. Ryder loving it. Oh, that's beautifully played. A magnificent shot from Mahela Jayawardene. Spoils Jesse Ryder's fun. It's 138 for 2.
He gets out of jail, Jayawardene. No pressure on himself, but he does that well. Touch shots. He'll breathe easy after that one.
Well, that's a great shot. Beautifully played down the ground. When you hit them nice and straight like that, they invariably end up going to the boundary, and that went all the way for 6.
First 6 of the match, 207 in the tournament now, and the hitting's on, the slog's on. Down the pitch, straight through the line. He doesn't lose his shape at all. He's not a big guy, Sangakkara, but he just relies on his timing.
Very good off the back foot as well. Oh, and there's that favourite shot. Mahela plays that little nudge to third man beautifully.
Really does not get much better than that. We've seen the hitters, we've seen the big guys. Sometimes just something delicate with touch is just as pleasing on the eye.
And I think it was a Kiwi. He did point off one of the Aussies, but he pointed the wrong. He pointed to the other end. So the guy said, "No, I'm walking over there." We've got a lot of that. Oh, that's fabulous. That really is sort of out of nowhere, really. Part using the pace of the ball and part using his own power. Great shot.
And playing it just a little bit later. The man was straight on the boundary, so he waited till he got right up with him, almost past him, and then he just flat batted it square.
And they've now made quite sure that they're in a position to react to the game, and the power play that's just been called, and then they just settle for being hit leg side, and they put everybody by one back leg side. That's LBW, isn't it? Yeah, up comes the dreaded finger. Finally, Jayawardene has to go. Now, of course, they do have... Oh, no, he's going to review it. He doesn't have to go. He's got away with one. He was caught and bowled, but got away with it at the point of the replay. Now, will he get away with this?
Hitting any part of the stump, and you stay with the on-field decision. And it's clearly hitting. So that will be out. Lanka and Jayawardene have used up a review. Out on the field, out under review.
The batting power play strikes. Jayawardene goes for 66. It's 164 for 2. Angelo Matthews, who's a tremendous striker of cricket ball. In fact, he's a pretty good all-round cricketer. He's one of the bright young things of Sri Lankan cricket. I saw him play a terrific innings in Australia going back to late October.
Batting power play produces the wicket. 2 wides down the leg side from Saudi, and then the surprise straight one. Just drifted in. Jayawardene trying to tuck it away on that leg side. Looks pretty straight to me. Hitting leg stump, good decision on the field.
Jayawardene immediately looks. He looks around to see where his leg stump is, and he'll have been worried. In the absence, of course, of Danny Vettori, and Vettori has announced that he's retiring from the captaincy after the World Cup anyway.
And he still looked quite scratchy. Hit the ball to fielders, mistimed some of his drives. A few of his off drives have actually squirted out on the onside behind square leg even. Well, that's more like it. Yeah, you don't mess with those. A little bit of width, and I'm afraid you get a Sangakkara special.
One of the few examples of ill discipline from the New Zealand attack. It's a freebie for a good player, a left-hander especially, with the ball coming across him. South is bowling over the wicket, so you just go with it. Well, man back, but he won't have anything to do with it. Well, that man will in there. Orange turban, I think.
Yes. 6 number 208 in this World Cup for 2011. And the danger here for the Black Caps is just some of the shape could go a little. Getting into these late overs when you've got someone like Sangakkara now into the 90s.
Remember, we're in the power play, the batting power play. The men back, third man, long leg, square leg. The only ones back. Brilliant. Really, really brilliant.
Well, he's class. No doubt about that. He's already brought up 9,000 one-day international runs today. Closing in on his 11th one-day international 100. And with shots like this, well, anything's possible.
Never really managing to put away. Suddenly, bam, just nicely set is Sangakkara. He's on strike to Jacob Oram, and that's for more. That's the problem with over the wicket and full. It's really difficult to bowl at a good left-hander at this stage of the innings. And Sangakkara is suddenly on 99.
Just mentioning, for a right-arm bowler, trying to get it straight and not allow Sangakkara to free those arms. And I just wonder whether Oram's thinking about that angle too of round. He's going to stay over. Just the first ball. That started well for Sri Lanka. First one's gone for 4.
Good player in very good form. Goes to 100 with a little acceleration when his team most needed it. If you were picking a composite team in this tournament from all the sides, it would be impossible to ignore that man, Kumar Sangakkara.
Well, he was striking around, well, in the early 60s for such a good part of this innings. Then he got it into the 70s in terms of strike rate. Now look at it, it's at 84 with just a little flick of the overdrive switch.
Look at that, the highest run chase here, only 229. That was against Sri Lanka by India. Or was it by Sri Lanka? That finds the gap, that's 4. Ruins Oram's over. Gosh, how often have we seen that in this tournament? A boundary off the last ball. It's a 199 for 3.
Of course, should have had the wicket of Mahela Joe Warden with the caught and bowled. So he still hasn't got one in the wicket column as yet. But as with Sunday, very tempting boundary. Not very big square, only about 65 and 67 metres.
Yay! Bowled him, the tired Sangakkara. McCullum has his man by bowling full and straight and flat. And in the end, even Sangakkara's iron will just gave way.
Now the captain, he hung in there, leading from the front, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, maybe just ran out of juice. Certainly tired, and he had some treatment just prior to this over starting. Goes for Nelson, 1-1-1. It's 210 for 4.
Tilan Samarawira arrives at the crease, another right-hander to go with Angelo Matthews, and Sri Lanka targeting something like 260 here. I'm quite interested listening to Nasser Hussain, who was here for the game against Canada, the New Zealand-Canada game, as you were, and he doesn't think that 250 is 250. He's not even sure that 260 is enough. He said it was very nice to bat on later in the piece. So that
just had to be able to rotate guys. 2 overs here, 3 overs here. That's what's going to happen. 4 off that. 214 for 4.
Scotty Styris. Well, a little outside edge, and he's on his way. So good catch from Brendan McCullum. There's a bit of bounce from Styris, and Samarawera, his short stay has come to an end.
Smart catch standing up from Nathan McCullum, because it was whacked in, just the angle, and he just wanted to run this to third man. Little uppercut, couldn't quite get enough on it, and Samarawera goes for 5. It's 219 for 5 now.
So Samarawera has just been dismissed. Chamara Silva, the new batsman. Scotty Styris to Chamara Silva, his first ball. A very smart catch by Brendan McCullum to get rid of Talan Samarawera. To play a shot similar to what Jai Wardner plays so well, just working it away to third man. Just a thin edge through to McCullum.
Angelo Matthews won't be far away.
Tough to get away that low full toss. I'd have got that on the wrist. I think it was 1 bounce, maybe 2 bounces back to Nathan McCullum. Just got it on the wrist, I think. Yeah, 1 bounce just in front of him. That one's not. Oh, is it on the bounce or not? No, it wasn't. He's taken it after a little juggling effort. Nathan McCullum denied one earlier, picks up a caught and bowled now.
Thoroughly deserved. Nathan McCullum. A little juggle. It's hit back by Silva. Good pace. Oh, the tenacity of the man. He is everywhere. Thoroughly deserved. Gone for 3 Silva. It's 224 for 6.
Nuwan Kulasekara, new batsman. Cullum has picked up his 2nd wicket, 2 for 47. 1 ball away from finishing his 10 overs. Been a good spell. And just about spilt a dolly here. Straight back to him. He went reverse cup and then it dropped out. So he got it 2nd time round. So 46 overs gone. Now it's 225 for 6. Absolutely outstanding. It turned out in droves for that game. Great to see the great Shane Warne there too. Oh, turned away nicely. Beautifully played. It's full, just angling in, and Angelo Matthews. Some lovely little flick over that man up in the circle.
A certain amount of pre-med here.
Pulled away. There's a man out there. James Franklin rushed in. Guptill, is it? Sorry, he rushed in. He misjudged it completely, and then it nearly took his head off in the end. But he took the catch and has dismissed Kulasekara.
Well, he can smile about it now. But you're right. He ran in too quickly. Often you can lose it a little bit in the crowd, and then it swerved on him too. He actually went too far to his left. Yeah, and he's just saying now, just curved a bit on me, but I'm too good for that. Guptill takes a fine catch. Kulasekara's gone for a single. It's 232 for 7.
So 3 overs remaining for Sri Lanka with the bat, and Lasith Malinga, the new man at the crease. He's there. Martin Guptill's just taken a very smart catch at the last ball of the Tim Southee over. But Danny, good catch from Martin Guptill, and you're right about the ball curving in the air. It looked like he'd overrun it, didn't he? Had to go back hard to his right, almost came in too far, but he's such a good fielder. So as little as possible. That's a good shot. Just a length ball. I say bowl as little as possible to Matthews, but If Malinga's going to continue like this, they won't want to be bowling to him either.
And of course, he got that half century against Australia recently during the season. And he says, look, I can do this too. And it was at Sydney against the Aussies. Ended up winning the game for them. Melbourne, sorry.
Now that 50 you're talking about was a partnership with Angelo Matthews. That one's up in the air. Will McCullum get back to it? I don't think so. Oh, he does. Terrific pace, Brendan McCullum. So quick, sore knee and all. And Malinga has got to go.
Well, that's right, Dooley. In terms of the old knees these days, slow bouncer. And he had to fetch it, Malinga, from outside off. Look at the ground that McCullum, Brendan McCullum that is. And he took it comfortably in the end. So another good catch from McCullum. So another one for him. Malinga gone for 6. It's 239 for 8.
So Jacob Oram, you know, Angelo Matthews, and he's just turned that away. Batsman crossed while the ball was in the air. Dismissal of Matthews, and that is 4 runs off the last ball of the over. 48 gone. It's 243 for 8. 2 overs remaining in the innings. Tim, big seam on it. He was happy with that. Murali goes downtown. He'll be happy with that. All the way for 6. The time, Murali Dharan brings up a boundary.
Take a bow, old man. Wonderful piece of timing. Went back, right back in the box, right back in the popping crease, did Murali. And he thought he's going to maybe try and York me again. So it allowed him to get underneath the ball.
So the last over of the Sri Lankan batting innings. The right man for their cause is on strike, Angelo Matthews. And he find the boundary there. That's in the gap. That'll split McCullum and Williamson, and away to the boundary for 4.
Lovely striking. So he thought if it's going to be full, just going to open up that left hip just a little bit, not too much. And he struck it clean along the ground. Where's this next one now? Matthews, 35 from 32.
Straight down the ground. Has he got it past McCullum again? No. He'll come back for 2. Oh, good work. Great work in the outfield, but I think Murali might... Oh, there's the dive, saved him. Great work from McCullum and Guptill, Danny.
Yeah, you got to say pretty much 90% of the fielding has been outstanding. I think he's going to struggle here, Murali. He has to bring it back, but he's got such long arms and he's so quick, Jacob Oram, and getting the ball to break the stumps. And it's good night, Murali. His little cameo has come to an end. It's going to be OUT. There we go. So the dive, Murali, I think he knew he was in trouble, and he's already just about back to the dressing room already. He's run out for 7. It's 260 for 9.
So Matthews still on strike. Ajantha Mendis at the non-strikers end. That's straight out towards Kane Williamson. Will he get there? No, he won't. There's a way to his right. Beautiful timing. It's not far off the block hole. Matthews, superb.
And this is why he's so dangerous. Just reached that ball on the full. Wasn't the worst delivery in the world from Oram. He's
going back to a deep mid-wicket. There's a short ball again. It is through to the keeper. So good finish for Jacob Oram. It's well bowled. And Sri Lanka will finish their 50 overs at 265 for 9. Matthews not out 41 from 35, and Mendis 2 deliveries for his naught. Pretty good performance.
At the end of that innings, justly deserved as well. There's the total, 265 for 9. The slow was pretty slow. The start was pretty slow in so much as Taranga and Dilshan didn't really get going, but once Sangakkara and Jayawardene had consolidated the position, the whole game changed. And I also thought that Matthews played very well, making 41. It wouldn't surprise me if we see him going one up the order at some stage. He looks the sort of player who could bat just behind Sangakkara and allow them to put Jawadna down the order a bit. As far as New Zealand were concerned, I don't think they'd be unhappy. They were tough conditions out there today. It was very, very hot. Southey was superb in the beginning, and the other bowlers, Oram, Bennett, Ryder and co, were changed around quite a lot to try and compensate for the very, very severe conditions out there. And at the end of the day, I thought they did pretty well. A lot now depends on New Zealand and how they go. 266 runs to win in the 50 overs. So the umpires are now ready. The openers, the New Zealand openers are out in the centre, and it looks as if Kumar Sangakkara, having played so well, made 100, is going to start with 2 slips. And there will be a huge cheer go up here as Malinga charges in. Wonderful atmosphere at Wankhede here in Mumbai. Russell Arnold is with me. Russell, 266 to get. What do you reckon?
Runs on the board, always the better thing. And, I think we've got a great game on our hands. But the sad thing from a Sri Lankan point of view is they'd set themselves up well to get more. And it's not the first time they've fallen apart.
That middle order of theirs losing wickets, just seems that the philosophy basically is to consolidate at the beginning, make sure you've got wickets in hand, and then go for it. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work the way they wanted to. They lost a few too many wickets just a little bit too quickly. Anyhow, they've got 265. Malinga is on his way. Oh, and down the leg side, a wide signal straight away, so not a great start. Malinga again. That's well played, into the gap. That should go all the way to the boundary. Yep, it does. Well, that just relieves the pressure a little bit.
Watch that well. There was not much weight. It's got up high and hit the gap there. The moment it hits that square, it will fly away because it's very hard around that area.
Well, that could be a real concern to Sri Lanka.
Well, that's well played, into the gap and through the offside field for 4. That one just a little bit short outside off stump. That's the first loose ball from Kulasekara.
Got to start thinking about maybe having a man there. 2 boundaries now for Brendan McCullum in exactly the same area, very square on the offside.
No, I think you're right. I think McCullum goes for that shot anyhow. Oh, that's a very good shot. Well, that's Guptill that time, and just waiting for it and hitting it beautifully. Very sweet strike.
They're a good combination, these two. McCullum stays back and cuts much shorter. Guptill much taller, and we've seen this shot on a number of occasions in this World Cup. Occasionally he'll hit it all the way for 6.
Good catch, I think. Yeah, really good catch. Now watch this. Jawadna's the one who's taken it, and I'll have a bet the batsman won't go. I'll have a bet he won't go. Brendan McCullum says, okay, you didn't go and we took a low catch, so I'm not going to go now.
It's amazing how this game comes up and bites you. Will McCullum take the high moral ground here and just ask Jawadna, did you catch that? I don't think so. If it was good enough for you, Mahela, to go upstairs, it's good enough for me.
I fear it won't help Brendan McCullum. Incidentally, it was McCullum's brother, Nathan, who was the one who took the catch earlier. Well, he's taken it comfortably. As, incidentally, McCullum's brother did earlier, though the replay wasn't as clear as that is. That's crystal clear, and Brendan McCullum will have to go.
Well, I thought the other one earlier in the day was crystal clear, so you never know, but that should be given out.
McCullum's not going to be amused. New Zealand aren't going to be amused when they see the final result here. Yeah, you're gone. So very disappointing from Brendan McCullum, but it was a clean catch. He goes 14 from 16 deliveries. New Zealand 29 for 1.
There is a length that for one reason or another, those two wicketkeeper batsmen don't come forward when they probably should.
Yeah, you're right, spot on, because they're constantly looking to stay back and cut. They're looking for a little bit of width and a bit of length to go offside. So you bowl that in-between length and they're stuck on the back foot. Good catch, though. And excellent bowling.
The second slip, the dead right. There's enough movement there. Good stroke that is. Ryder is enormously powerful.
All right, you might need a drive, man. He's going to hit it like that. So confident, these guys. See ball, hit ball. Doesn't matter that it's length and going across you. It's only his third delivery. If it's there to be hit, he'll put it away. Any width, Ryder will go after. Another dangerous player.
That bit there, looking on the lower run, the sort of swap by Franklin Norum is a surprise. If someone had said that to you 3 years ago, James Franklin would bat as high as that. Oh my goodness! Yep, just had to be. Now Guptill's thinking about a review.
Well, before the review system, you would just say out. If you go on a gut feeling, you will just say out. And I think his partner said to him, sorry son, I know you want me to say review it, but that's plumb. Off you go. No review, and that's good from Guptill, that's good from Ryder. Just your gut feeling, the moment it hit him, nip backer, plumb in front, gone. Top of middle, middle and leg. What a beauty. Good decision on the field, good decision not to review it. Guptill's gone for 13, it's 33 for 2.
Ross Taylor, who's had a really good tournament. In fact, he's thrilled us at times. The assault, particularly in Pakistan, was one of the most memorable displays of clean hitting I think anybody's ever seen. Never mind, this is the LBW of Martin Guptill, who is a candidate with that little prop forward of his. And then he tends to play around that front pad a bit. He's a tall man. And if you are a tall man, you've got to get a better stride in. These little medium pacers who can hit the seam and skid it a bit at you are real danger men.
And both he and Guptill.
Oh, he dropped it, and it wasn't difficult. Almost like Taranga didn't pick the ball up. Really, I reckon he'd catch that 4 out of 5. 5 out of 5 some weeks.
Well, he got there, didn't he? Whether he just thought it maybe just was going a little bit further and quicker. Oh, well, he got airborne, but he got 2 hands at it. He got a good grab at it. And you're right, should have been able to take that. Did the hard work, got airborne. I wonder if it's just going a bit quicker than he thought. The tension in the dressing room for the New Zealanders. McCullum, well, he's about to go and have a shower. Couldn't make it count again today. And a thick edge, well, it'll find 4, bit of fortune. And Taylor, wow, took him 14 deliveries, but he's off the mark.
I guess the shock of seeing McCullum close to Starkers shook him up.
Yeah, a lot of ink there too, McCullum. Serious tattoos. And this is a serious edge from Taylor. He's been kept quiet. And the New Zealand captain, he can feel the tension. This is a massive game for New Zealand in terms of where they're going to finish on the table and where they're going to play, who they're going to play.
There's a man down here. Oh no, and another drop catch and 6. You are kidding me, guys. first Upal Taranga, now Nuwan Kulasekara.
It's that man Taylor again. Not so much him twice and one over. A bit like Palakili, where it was Taylor on both occasions. We've seen Ryder get away with a chance, and now Taylor. He's come in and palmed it over the bar in goalkeeping fashion. Bowler is a little frustrated, to say the least.
Oh, you won't be stopping that in a hurry. Smashed.
Boom, 13 gone, 65 for 2.
Cut away, and that one might get a bit damp. That'll be 4.
That's how you do it. The moment you get some width, you have to put it away against quality spinners. Taylor waited for it so that he could pick his spot.
Oh, little edge. A little edge, yes it is. Good bit of bowling. It was slightly quicker. Just left Jesse Ryder a touch. And he's picked up the outside edge, and Kumar Sangakkara takes a comfortable catch. Ryder's got to go for 19.
Very important. The slider. And Ryder looking back straight away. That's a giveaway. Mendes in the game. Well, he was just starting to look good. Made only 19, 82 for 3. Kane Williamson. He's the new batsman. Well, the new man. 12 innings. Didn't have a great start, Kane Williamson. 2 ducks in his first 2 games. A highly rated, talented youngster from New Zealand. And alongside me as Dool moves out, Tony Greig.
Thanks, Russell. Yes, he's only 20 years of age, and straight away off the mark. It's 83 for 3.
This is why Williamson's in. Just a slight movement away, and Ryder.
Oh, he's got him. I think he's got him. Sangakkara thinks he's got him. It looked like a doosra. It beat the outside edge, and I think you'll probably find here that Williamson dragged his back toe past the line. Now then, the umpire having a go at Mahela there and the Sri Lankan players for running on the pitch. Just look at this. He drags the toe and probably never gets back. Doesn't. That's definitely out. Beautiful work from the captain.
Yeah, he knew it straight away. But well bowled by Muralidharan. Tossed up. Much slower. Just dragged Williamson into the shot. There's confirmation. Well, Williamson, a lot expected of him, but not much today. Just 5 runs, 88 for 4 New Zealand.
Scott Styris, 35 years of age, is the new batsman with an average of 32, a strike rate of almost